Hello, my name is Larry Humphreys, also called Ugly by John's wife. Whenever I walk into her house, I secretly think that she loves me, but you know, I think she tries to play it off. But you may have heard my name on John's videos on YouTube here. He'll, you know, say I talked to Larry or whatever, and then we just recently did a kind of an interview type thing, and he thought it might be interesting that I make a short video to show you guys my aspect of trucking. If you listen to that interview a little bit, we kind of got up to where I became an owner operator, and that was many years ago with WL. And I also went independent. I did that for about 8 years. And then about a year ago, I looked around and I had lost my bids on some loads that I was doing. And I looked around and the rates were just not where I wanted them to be. And I was needing to do some investment in it, and tires and such. And I looked around and I just went, wow, the money's just not what it used to be. And I decided to look around at driving some different opportunities. I still have my truck and trailer and have it parked, but I decided to kind of look around and see what else is out there. And I've kind of done tankers, I've done flatbed, I've done dry van, I've done reefer. I've kind of moved around and just kind of looked at different things and saw where I fit in the best. And I've always thought of intermodal. And people that I know, they were like, oh no, you won't like it. You just, it's not going to be. I mean, because the equipment's junk and the rail yards, they suck and blah, blah, blah and everything. But I like to try things myself and get my own opinion on things. So I decided to give it a try. And I looked around and there was a lot of different smaller companies that were, you know, hiring and stuff. And I got enough experience, I could kind of go anywhere. And I looked around at it and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go with JB Hunt. And people were kind of astonished by that. But I decided to go with them because I didn't know if I was going to stay with it. And if I didn't stick with it, I didn't want to hire on with a guy that has 6 trucks or 10 trucks or something, go through the whole training process with them, waste this guy's time, and then 2 months down the road going, yeah, it's not for me. I figured if I go with JB Hunt, they got thousands and thousands of drivers. If it's something that I'm not interested in and I decide to go and do something else, I no hurt, no foul, I'm out of there. So I went with JB Hunt. There's aspects that I don't like, but to tell you the truth, I actually like it. I'm kind of impressed with it. It's been a learning experience. One thing is electronic logbook. Being an owner operator, independent for so many years, paper logs and everything. It's been a feat to have an electronic logbook in a truck that whenever the truck moves, it's recording it and everything else. And, I don't have any cameras inside the truck or nothing. There's no cameras outside the truck either, but there is a sensor that's on the front of the truck. And it's kind of cool, the sensor is, once in a while, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt. But, you know, work with it. I live up here by Sheboygan, live right by John up here, and I park my truck right here. I used to park at Hardee's with John, but now I park over here at this truck stop. They kicked us out of Hardee's. So now I park over here, and it's Monday, and it's April 3rd, 2017. It's actually 3:50 p.m. And I start on Sundays. So I started last night, but I did my runs last night and I ended up right here by Sheboygan without enough hours to get anywhere. So I actually parked it in here and I drove home and spent the night at home. I do that once in a while. Usually about once, twice a week I'll end up sleeping at the house doing for my 10-hour break. But most of the time I'll stay out in the truck to get more miles. But I don't stay out here for very long. It's like I said, it's once or twice a week I'm at home. And then on the weekends I'm always home too. I usually plug about 3,000 miles a week doing this. My longest runs are about 5.5 hours. Most of the time it's 3.5, 4 hours, but once in a while I may go to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, or I may go to Minneapolis. So it's a little bit different. But what I was thinking is I would take you guys on a run tonight. I don't really think you guys need to watch me driving on the road. You do that with John. But what I'll do is I'll bring you in at my stops and everything. And what you'll notice is, like with John, he hauls reefer and he does a lot of East Coast. He will go into these grocery warehouses and he may have a 6 a.m. appointment and he may get there at 11 or 12 at night. So he's got to find a place to park, and then he goes in there and, you know, an hour or two, whatever, before his appointment, and then he's there for 2, 4 hours, whatever, maybe even 5 hours to get unloaded. I don't like that aspect of trucking. That's one reason why I kind of got away from the reefer stuff. I decided to try this, and this company here is probably 99.9% of it is drop and hook. Maybe once a week I might do a live unload, and even when I do a live unload, the maximum amount of time that I'm probably there getting unloaded is like 45 minutes. They have deals worked out with all their shippers and receivers that when we roll in, we're actually first come, first serve. You know, it doesn't matter what your appointment is or not. I roll in there. If there's 2 trucks waiting, 3 trucks waiting for an appointment or something, I roll in there, I walk in, I check them with the guy, and boom, right to the door I go. It's as soon as I show up, I get unloaded because I get paid detention. And it starts after an hour after I arrive. Doesn't matter what time the appointment is. And I get paid $45 for a live unload. So it's kind of nice. I actually don't mind getting one of those or 2 of those a week or so because it adds to the paycheck. But most of it is drop and hook. And I'll take you through some of this stuff. And then down at the rails, I'll show you how I think that's very organized. We'll let you guys see. So I will bring you guys back here in a second. I'll do a quick tour with my truck and the equipment back here, and then we'll hit the road. See you in a bit.